Ladies and gentlemen, implementing the national target program on building new style rural areas, Duong Minh Chau District has regularly checked the progress of implementing the new rural construction tasks in the commune, closely monitor the decentralization of managing public investment projects invested by the district. Duong Minh Chau District has assigned commune to organize and entrust people so that they could self-implement and self-manage for projects contributed by people, such as construction of rural roads, installations of rural streetlights, according to the model people know, people discuss, people do, people inspect, people benefit. Since then, it has created a common success in building new style rural areas in the district.
One of the highlights of new rural construction in Duong Minh Chau District is investment and development of the rural traffic system. Currently in Duong Minh Chau District, there are over 400 roads, including provincial, district, commune access, hamlet and village access roads, alleys, hamlet and improvement access roads. The irrigational canal system in Duong Minh Chau District can meet the requirements of irrigation and drainage, serving production and daily life water supply for the people. The national grid has been invested to meet the electricity demand, serving agricultural production and daily life of the rural population. Up to now, the percentage of households using electricity in the area has reached 99.48%. Duong Minh Chau District has invested in building, operating and completing school facilities. There have been 35 schools of all levels in the whole district, in which 21 schools met national standards. 9 out of 10 communes have centers for culture, sports and community learning. Regarding rural markets, according to Decision number 34, dated February 20, 2013, of the Prime Minister amending a number of criteria of the national criteria for building new style rural areas, the communes of Bến Củi and Suối Đá have not been planned to the market, so 7 out of 12 markets met the standards compared to the set of criteria. 10 out of 10 communes have commune post offices, which ensures the provision of postal and telecommunication services to rural people, reaching 100%. 53 out of 53 hamlets have internet with access to the hamlets. The percentage of households using clean and hygienic water in Duong Minh Chau District is 99.6%. Regarding poverty reduction and social security, Duong Minh Chau District has 275 new poor households, accounting for 0.84% of the total population of the district. The branches from the district to the communes were timely and strictly implemented policies and regimes for the poor and poor households, such as health insurance, credit loans, housing support, assistance for electric bill, tuition fee exemption and reduction, effectively implemented the mobilization of the Fund for the Poor, built 27 rich solidarity houses and repaired 11 houses, ensuring permanent housing for disadvantaged households. Currently, Duong Minh Chau District has only 37 households that cannot escape from poverty. In 2021, these households received supportive policies with a total budget of nearly 400 million Vietnam dong. In addition, policies to support healthcare and medical examination and treatment for the poor were concerned. The whole district has 560 poor people who were granted health insurance cards according to regulations, reaching 100%. Nearly 400 poor people receive adequate medical examination and treatment and health care. 100% of communes in Duong Minh Chau District have health stations that meet the national set of health criteria. Health insurance was interested. The number of people participating in health insurance in the whole district reached nearly 86%. The situation of crimes and law violations has been controlled and reduced over the same period, without the cases of serious and very serious crimes. Propaganda and mobilization have been invested in, and coordination in the implementation of the new rural construction program has continued to be promoted and achieved some practical results. Vietnam Federal Branch of Duong Minh Chau District has mobilized many forces to participate in propaganda and mobilizing people to jointly implement the new rural construction program through the emulation movement to build cultural families, cultural residential areas according to the criteria of building new rural areas and building a new rural cultural commune. People's awareness of the how people joining hands to build a new rural area has made remarkable changes. In 2021, Duong Minh Chau District mobilized capital to implement the national target program on building new style rural areas with over 79 billion Vietnam dong, of which the mobilized capital from businesses and people for the new rural construction was nearly 4 billion Vietnam dong. This contributed amount is mainly from large enterprises and households with good economic status, while the majority of people still have little contribution to building new rural areas. The collection of reciprocal capital from communes to build new rural areas in the past year faced many difficulties because the COVID-19 epidemic situation seriously affected the activities of businesses and people's life. People have had a sharp decrease in their income due to the COVID-19 epidemic. They have to manage daily life with hardship, so they cannot contribute to the construction of a new countryside like in previous years. In Duong Chau District, there are 13 agricultural service cooperatives before the COVID-19 epidemic outbreak. The annual average revenue of each cooperative was 800 million Vietnam dong. The annual average profit of a cooperative was 250 million Vietnam dong. The average income of regular employees in the cooperative was 54 million Vietnam dong per laborer per year. The cooperative model helps households increase income and so either labor, whereby it has contributed to promoting local economic development and building new rural areas. However, when the COVID-19 epidemic occurred, their activities were greatly affected. Meanwhile, cooperatives is mandatory criterion that need to be established to achieve and maintain new rural communes. For Bến Củi in the past time, maintaining the basic new rural criteria is also guaranteed according to the set of criteria, but now it faces the difficulties in criterion number 13 on cooperatives because citizens in Bến Củi have mainly worked in rubber cultivation since ancient times. Local agricultural production is very little, so they need to establish cooperatives to help people consume agricultural products is non-existent. Up to now, 6 out of 10 communes in Duong Minh Chau District have met new rural standard. The total number of achieved criteria on average for each commune is 16 criteria. In 2022, Duong Minh Chau District will continue to focus on building new rural areas in association with restructuring the agricultural industry towards modernity, high added value, and sustainability, rapid changing the face of the countryside. Duong Minh Chau District strives for Lộc Ninh commune to complete the new rural commune and Cha La commune to complete the advanced new rural commune by the end of 2022. In the remaining communes, each commune has increased at least one criterion. The communes, including Suối Đá, Bào Năng, Phước Minh, will achieve new rural communes in the period from now to 2025.
And now the direction of building new rural areas in Tây Ninh, reported by Tây Ninh Radio and Television Station. Wrap up. Goodbye for now.